Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on my live. This is my second one on my trip to Alaska, and guess what? I got several with me, special people. And that would be Pearl and Bob from Nick's Exit channel. And of course, we have Tinker here in her lap. And then back here we have Ken and Kathy and their dog Lewis.
Say hi, Lewis.
It's a house full
of. He turned around to say hi to you, Mom.
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm always nervous doing lives, so that's why I don't do many of them. But I'm trying to do Thursday night lives on this Alaskan trip and try to keep people informed. I'm also doing shorts, and I'm sure Bob is doing videos. Bob's been working 2 days now on a video. Did you finish it, Bob?
No.
Okay.
I didn't want to miss supper.
Bob,
Ken don't wait around when he puts a pot of chili out.
Bob puts serious times in his videos, and I know y'all appreciate it. I know I do. And when I was researching this lifestyle for 3 years before I bought my RV, Bob and Pearl was a big part of that. And by the way, we're here in the mountains.
Can I interrupt a second?
Yeah.
Hi, Lennie. Glad you made it, buddy. He just showed up.
Oh, did he?
He had to put his pants on, he said.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, we're in the mountains in the forest here outside of Island Park. As the crow flies, probably 10 miles west of Yellowstone.
In Idaho.
Yes, in Idaho. Did I say Utah?
You had Utah earlier.
Utah earlier.
But they didn't see that.
Oh, that's true.
No, but the rest of us did.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a typo. But anyhow, I'm glad y'all are here. We're going to discuss what we're doing, and hopefully we can do a cam, portable cam, to show you what it looks like outside. I tried that last week, and it didn't go so well because I had feedback on the in here, you know, on my computer. But and I was long distance away. I mean, we're talking 50 foot. So, but anyhow,
speaking of long distance away,
yes.
What day was we supposed to get here? Do you remember? Was it like Monday?
Yeah, we got here a day late, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Well, we went by my schedule instead of y'all's. So I overnighted at a Camping World, and they joined me because guess what? They had 4 inches of snow up here. Now these people behind us, Ken and Kathy, were already here, and they almost froze. So we was afraid the roads would be too sloppy. So we came in the next morning, still lots of snow, but the
that
roads
was a pretty
were
exciting day. We were planning. Ken sent us a picture of a sunny day and dry dirt and stuff.
70 degrees when we got here the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Pearl are still a little bit nervous about Alaska and all this adventure. But we were headed up here thinking we could make it. A snowstorm's moving in, and he sent us another picture. We were 150 miles away.
Yeah. And
it was covered in snow. He said, I advise you hunker down somewhere and don't come up here. These roads are nasty.
And Camping World, it was great. Now, I understand not all Camping Worlds will let you lot dock, but they let us lot dock. I called a few weeks ago and made sure when I planned this out, maybe a month ago or so. And it was wonderful. It was quiet.
And they even let us put our slides out.
Put our slides out.
Just amazing.
Yeah, it was just like being in my home.
So that was fun. We got to join up. We got to kind of talk about the adventure. And then we're going to head out the next day. The next day, he sent us even worse pictures. It says, you better go to an RV park. It's right. You thought you were going to die, didn't you, Kathy?
We're going to die.
They got a big fifth wheel, and was it in the 30s?
No,
it was 40. Yeah, it was down in there was 34 degrees on my phone.
Yeah, and their propane heater just couldn't keep it.
Keep it warm. Well, we've been here 2 nights. First night it was 32 the low, and last night was 31 the low. So it's hovering right around freezing.
You don't need to go say
but it warms up. Now today, you know, it's rained a couple of times.
Sit down.
It's cloudy, sunny. You never know what it's going to do. But
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area. Beautiful
It
area.
is nice.
Yeah, yeah,
And y'all camped here, what, 3 years ago and did a video on it
yeah.
right across the road.
Yeah.
So,
That spot's covered in snow today.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
then.
so go on Nick's Exit channel, check it out, look for it from about 3 years ago, and it would be where Pearl was walking Tinker and ran into a moose.
No, the moose almost ran into me.
Okay, moose in her calf. So
Yeah. They got the right of way, I think.
yeah, I think they do. When you weigh 900 pounds. Yep.
So Lennie, I know Lennie's here, and he's our wagon master, trail master, whatever it is.
Somebody's going to have to be.
I hope
not me.
you planning this and keeping us out of the snow and this 30-degree temperature, buddy. We're counting on you.
Yep.
Well, technically, it did not snow on us. So
No, it didn't snow on us.
We got no snow.
We had a good
policy.
wagon master up there warned us.
Right.
That's Lennie. Lennie and Wayne don't do anything. It's Angela and Terry. They're the wagon masters.
It did snow on me about 4 days or 6
Before?
days before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
When
want no snow.
When I was.
Yeah, I don't either.
They won't let
No
us
more.
watch his YouTube anymore. We start sending snow videos.
Yeah.
And I don't like driving in the snow.
No. Well, we really didn't have to do that.
Lennie said they've been running into snow in the
I did
woods,
coming
but
out of-
none on the road.
I did run into snow coming out of Elko, Nevada.
Yeah, I did put a link up, Lennie or Wayne Care or anybody. If you want to come on live, I can put it up again if you need me to, or you can scroll up and see it. I'm sure in the comments if y'all want to come on and join us. But we've got a caravan of 4 RVs going up. I'm the solo, and then 3 couples. Of course, Bob and Pearl, Wayne and Carrie, and also Lennie and Angela. Lennie and Angela also has a YouTube channel called Life of Lennie, and you might want to check out their channel.
Yes.
Ken and Kathy's going to Alaska too, but you're going to be a week or 2 weeks behind or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
About a week before. We might catch up with you, but we'll leave Frog Blue through.
Pearl's got a lead foot. It's hard to catch her if
Hey,
you
hey,
give her a
hey,
head
hey,
start.
hey. But she stopped.
She's what?
She stopped. I do.
She does occasionally. When we stop, we stay.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that stop is 650 miles away.
Well, maybe.
400 miles.
A little too far.
I
for us.
remember that one time that y'all was getting home, and it was like 600.
We might have did it one all the way
Yeah.
from Seven Feathers to Yuma, I think. It was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a long.
I think y'all pulled over for lunch, and that was it.
No, I gave up at the end of it because I couldn't see, but the headlights were so yucky.
Yeah.
So I pulled over and made him drive the rest of the
Okay.
way home. What,
Okay.
15, 20 miles?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a travel day for some of you guys.
Look, Bob, at least you can say that, hey, I drove the RV back home.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. And
Sorta.
didn't hit anything.
RV living life.
That time.
Oh, RV living life's there.
Oh, really?
They
Oh,
call
hi,
us
Gary
Ted.
and
Thank
Carol.
you. They call us
How
Ted.
y'all doing? Gary and Carol
You know
also
Gary and
has
Carol,
RV.
remember them?
No,
I mean, a
I'm
YouTube
sorry
channel.
to say no.
No.
I'm gonna look
They're
them all up.
Canadian.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, and they have a channel called RV Living Life, like y'all can see in the comments, if you can see the comments. Hope y'all are doing well, not freezing up there. Probably warmer than we are, but
They could be.
it's like in the 60s here today.
So if,
Low 60s, like 61.
Gary's from Canada, so he can tell us if it's going to snow anymore or not.
Well,
Tell us
yeah.
what's the weather
He's from-
reports
I
keep.
think they're from East
The
Canada.
East Canada.
Canada's the same, isn't it?
No, it's not.
A little bitty spot on top
No,
of
no,
Montana.
Alberta's in 51 state now. Didn't you know that? So maybe we won't have to use our passport.
Maybe not. Maybe we
Gary,
won't get back
any
in.
information you can give us on Canada, where we're going, please do.
Yeah,
We'd appreciate
come
it.
on live and inform everybody in case they try an Alaskan trip. I know you've told me a lot already, and I appreciate that. But it's going to be a venture.
It really is.
4-month
So
adventure.
we're going to meet with Lennie and Angela, Wayne and Carrie in Shelby.
Right?
And
Montana.
then we're going to all kind of check our food and our guns and all that to make sure we don't get in trouble crossing the border.
Right. Get rid of our cheese and our eggs and our
No
Milk.
chickens at all.
huh?
No chicken.
Nothing chicken.
I
No.
think think you can have chicken if it's in the original package.
No, I think that bird flu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Somewhere I read that, heard that. I think maybe Carrie might have said that.
hopefully you can.
Gary, help on that count.
Hopefully you can take canned chicken.
I don't know.
Who's RV living life? Coming to Canada, drop by. Where do they live in Canada?
That's
On the
weird.
wrong side.
Oh, they're on the wrong side.
On the right side or the middle. I'm
They-
not totally sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know either, but you know, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Gary and Carol is RV living life.
Remember that canned chicken can be her food.
So we're going to
Yeah.
caravan, as kind of you mentioned, we're going to go as a caravan, a group of 4 RVs.
Yep.
One of my big concerns is finding a place for 4 RVs to boondock
Well-
in one night. What's the odds of that happening?
I understand there's pullouts almost every mile.
Really?
So if I understand it correctly, so it's no big deal. You might have to go a couple miles up to get another one. So
I guess we'll know in a month.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about. I need to really read my milepost catalog,
Good point.
magazine book, whatever you want to call it,
Good book.
and see, because it's got like it says, each milepost is marked and what's there.
Very good.
I think if we're traveling together, I think we're going to go 2 ways up through Canada.
Oh, I see somebody.
Oh, yeah? Who is that?
Yeah, Lennie and Angela.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Let's add them.
Probably the whole
You-
group.
Yeah, please.
You guys ready? Thumbs up. Can't see that far.
Somebody should give him a thumbs up.
There they are.
Hey.
There's our buddies.
How y'all doing?
No, not here, baby girl. Not here.
Oh, here.
Can we hear 'em?
Tilt it down a little bit. Sorry.
Okay, we're adjusting our electronics. We got our sound guy in here.
Okay. Is that better? A little bit more?
A little bit better. A little more.
Does yours turn up?
Yeah. You got it cranked up.
It's all the way.
Mine clicked.
Oh, that's good.
That's getting better.
Yeah.
Oh, I got short.
I think it's on our end. Something's
There.
squeaking.
You're real close. Here, go over here. On the other side.
Ain't that a hell of a deal?
Yep. It is, isn't
That's
it?
not fair.
Sorry. I can't hear you guys.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear? I mean,
You have a volume to turn up
Yeah, it's already up.
oh, here, let me see.
on here?
I thought I was prepared.
It's over.
Right here it is. Volume.
There you go.
When are you guys moving campgrounds again? I seen you've been there for a couple of days.
We moved today.
Today you moved?
Yeah.
So we can barely hear you. I don't know if probably other people can hear y'all. That, y'all sent us a link to that, what's it called? Life 360 or something like that?
Yeah.
That's a handy deal. I like that.
Where
Why
we,
don't you move over there?
where are we
and
at,
I'll go
Billings?
here, and I'll turn it.
are we in Billings?
We're in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
We're in Buffalo.
Wayne, sit here. And then they can't hear. So get closer so they can hear you, babe.
We can hear Carrie pretty good.
Because I'm standing right next to the computer.
Can you see
I think it's our stuff, Carrie,
Can
not
you see
yours.
if it's plugged in the right thing?
Okay.
You're going to talk more than me.
Okay.
Oh, we got it.
it now.
There we go. I
Oh,
got it.
yeah, that did it.
Well, thank
We
you.
got it.
There you
Sorry.
go.
I think I had
Derek's
plugged
gonna
in
be
the
the
wrong thing.
spokesman.
I had it plugged in the
Lennie,
mic. I had the speaker plugged in the mic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Don doesn't know where to put it.
Thank you.
There we go. Oh, as far as boondocking locations, Canada boondocking locations, we also
Yeah.
by Overlander. And that we had some friends that were up there and they really relied heavily on Overlander. So I'm thinking that
I heard that was one of the best ones, but it's mostly for smaller campers, I think.
Yes.
Like 20 and 20 foot. So they'll list all these great spots, but I can get
No,
the Jeep in there, but not
they-
the motor.
they're upgrading. They
Oh, are they?
a lot of the stuff with it and they're
Making a
Now,
site.
you could put in there that you want bigger rigs, and you can also just use it as a tool where if you're finding locations and then you go on Google Maps and look and see if you think that everybody could fit or whoever's going to be stopping for that period of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Overlander, I got it on my list of things to use, but historically for me, I've found it mostly for smaller rigs, but if they're upgraded, that's great.
Well, the good
Hey,
news is
Check mine out.
iOverlander does give you the GPS coordinates. So if you click on it and then zoom in on Google Maps, you can see whether you fit or not. But
So does it tell you if there's 4 other RVs already there?
No.
Just kidding.
no, we don't.
That's why they called it an adventure, I think.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's why you take the Jeep, unhook it, and you drive it down to make sure that. You
So are y'all
there.
getting a little bit anxious yet, or are you still?
Very. Yeah, we're very anxious. We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
Where are you located right now?
We're in Buffalo, Wyoming.
Okay.
Getting closer and closer.
We are.
Have y'all been looking on the 360 and saw how our paths are kind of
Yes.
getting closer and closer?
We've been creeping on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all been creeping on winter also out here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we were in hail the other day. We were all like,
Really?
hail.
While you were driving, or while you were stopped in a campground?
We're stopped.
We
Where
stopped.
were we? We're at the wall? Was that the wall or was that someplace else? Where were we?
I don't even remember.
Custer State Park.
We were in
Yeah.
Custer State Park.
Custer State
Okay.
Park, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh. Wow.
We were up in that area about 3 years ago, man. That was a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
think that was
Absolutely.
3 years for me too.
There was I took a lot of your we did stop at the wall for 2 days. We had a whole 24 hours with no wind. It was
Really? I don't know that we were there 2 weeks. I don't think we had 24 hours.
Yeah, I think it was, must have
Yeah,
been
no,
4
it
years.
was really unusual. So we really enjoyed it. We appreciated it. We tried FaceTiming you. We sent
Oh,
you.
really?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have
No,
FaceTime.
I don't know that I've ever FaceTimed, but I didn't get a notification or whatever.
Well, check it out because if somebody doesn't answer, you can make them a little video. So we made you a little video. So
Oh, is that somewhere? Where would I find it?
I probably on FaceTime. We'll look.
Okay.
We'll look together when we see you.
Okay.
Very good.
So when are y'all arriving in Shelby? What day?
But check this out, guys.
Shorts?
He's
We're
not
wearing-
wearing
We're
pants.
in shorts.
It's like
He's wearing pants, but it ain't much of pants. So what's the temperature there?
It was 68.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
It
Very
barely
nice.
made 61 here
Yeah.
briefly. And look, Gary's in the green room. I
Very
want to
much
bring
there.
on Gary.
The 13th will be in Shelby.
Okay, we're gonna be there the 13th
Me
too.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna bring on Gary if Gary
We're
and Carol's
We want to
ready.
get there about 5 minutes ahead of you so we get the better spot.
No, we already got there first. We're about an hour ahead of you.
Hey.
Did he
Yep.
leave?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
he's here.
No, Gary.
No, Gary left.
Gary left. He was in the green
Oh, he
room.
probably didn't have his pants on. He went to get pants.
Oh,
Or get another,
another glass of wine.
Another cocktail
or his
bottle.
wildfire.
So is everybody doing the Arctic plunge? Lennie kind of talked this all up the last year, got me fired up.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I don't see any other
Wayne,
hands.
did you have your
I'm-
hand up?
I'm
doing
gonna do it. Wade said he'll go in ankle
I'm-
deep.
I will only be in it for 5 seconds, but
Lenny said he's gonna tie a rope around me in case I go pass out from the cold, and then he can just go to the door.
I think it's only 2 foot deep from what I've seen. It's not,
it's not a deep ocean. The
but
Arctic
it's
Ocean,
cold. It makes up for it.
the
in
Arctic
cold.
Ocean is not that deep.
Most people drown in less than 2 feet of water.
That's
I
true.
might accidentally do 1 inch of that
Okay.
water. That's it.
Well, you brought.
Are y'all going up to the Arctic Ocean?
Right?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think a defibrillator would help.
Okay.
Gary and Carol, y'all ready to come on? Thumbs up.
I will tell you, Bob, that I am certified in cold water rescue, but I'm not very ambitious.
I know I'm not going beyond an inch.
I'm certified in polar bear rescue, but I'm not that ambitious either.
Wayne's board certified in cold water too.
What's
We'll see.
front door camera?
No.
I'm
The
trying to
movement
catch.
in
I'm
here?
trying to catch
You gotta
capture
wait.
animals. I
It
got
was-
cameras everywhere. All right, Gary, y'all ready? Thumbs up.
Just click on it. He's brave.
Well.
Hi, Gary and Carol. Good to see you.
Gary looks all solemn, doesn't he?
He does. What happened, Gary? You run out of alcohol? Oh, he has no volume.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Gary.
He has no.
It's not speaking.
Somebody's got a Bloody Mary. I can recognize that.
Yeah.
Oh, we can hear.
Well, that's the way
Gary,
you
yeah.
get your fruit and vegetables.
There you go.
Well,
Gary, we can't. Have you got a volume, Gary?
can you fix it?
Can you not hear us either?
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't even see him in the room.
Gary, we can't hear you.
He froze.
Yeah, he's having internet
Hmm.
issues.
Oh, he's not. He's just not putting much energy in it.
Hey, Gary, we can't hear you, and I don't think you can hear us.
Now he did freeze.
And he's frozen. Either he's taking a long drink.
He froze up.
I thought you said that.
All right, Carrie, are you being the waitress? Are you getting everybody a drink?
Here, why don't you sit here while they're getting Gary and I'll come over here.
Gary, can you hear us? Can you or Carol hear us?
You can hear us?
You can hear us. We cannot hear you yet.
We can't hear you.
There we go.
How about that?
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's what
That's Gary.
How does this thing work? I don't know.
There you go.
I know I'm still trying to figure it out.
So we
Oh,
were
my
talking a while ago. What part of Canada are you guys? Do y'all live in or used to live in?
We live in Ontario.
We're in Ontario. We're in Grand Bend, Ontario. Actually, we're at a provincial park right near there.
Yeah.
Right now. So we're on the eastern shore of Lake Huron.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So are y'all moving back into that house that you refurbished?
We actually,
We rented it out, and now we just talked to them. They're going to rent it for another year. So
Yeah.
we're going to just stay on
Oh,
the road.
really? Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really great situation. We have been very, very fortunate to have
Oh, yeah.
great tenants.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
just met them the other day.
Well,
Good
Carol, have you seen your house since they've been living in it? Before you say that, you might want to
Oh,
look
yeah.
at it.
Oh, it's
okay.
nice.
Oh no, they are
I haven't
def-
done it. Okay.
they are definitely taking care of it.
Good.
To that, I rent the house to them before I rent it to you, Don.
Hey, Gary or Carol,
Wow.
with
Our
our
friend's full, right?
with our famous leader here in America, how are the Canadians? Are they starting to hate Americans? Are they going to not let us come back across the border? Or with any issues with that for us?
Hey, you elected them.
I agree with all that. Do we need
Okay,
to buy?
We'll say one comment and then we'll drop it. And the one comment is never 51.
Never.
Never 51.
Not
How about
in our
I've heard-
lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't blame you for that at all. How
I
about
don't
some
know.
people on the west? I've heard some of the Providence or whatever they're called on the
One.
west side are open to it. Is any truth to that, or is that just
No, you gotta change the channel, Bob. You gotta change the channel.
No, I don't. I got you. I don't have to check.
Well, as you know, okay, so we're gonna go down that road. But as you know,
Phone, Angela?
a very small group of people can make a hell of a lot of noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you give them a camera, especially,
So are
look
the
at us.
Canadians? Are they frustrated with Americans? Are they going to be?
With it.
Well, I think you're
We
going
go to a restaurant.
Okay. If okay, for one thing, the province of Alberta that these crazy people live in that may want to separate, the land of the province of Ontario is owned by the Native Indians
Alberta.
of Alberta.
It's owned by different sectors of the Indian.
Three different tribes
different
own
tribes.
Alberta.
Three
Oh,
different
you're
tribes.
saying Canada does not own Alberta?
Indians so well.
Alberta does not own the land they're on.
Jump.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's
Canada-
different
that
for
means
every province.
Canada own it. That
The
means
Crown,
Canada
the Crown
owns it.
owns Canada, but the Alberta province is owned by three different separate Indian tribes.
I'll be
And
So-
we will not, absolutely will not give
Well, the
up.
people don't want it either.
No.
No, it's just,
Yeah.
it's just.
So
ridiculous.
I doubt that they would. We just kind of kid about it because we know that
Yeah.
everybody's proud of
Well,
being American and being
when you,
Canadian.
I tell you one thing, when you're kidding about it, it's very offensive.
Is it really?
Oh yeah,
Canadian?
oh yeah,
Very.
by far.
So we shouldn't make any jokes.
We are wondering if we're ever going to return to the U.S.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Seriously, yeah, we've changed a lot of plans. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we left early, you know, so
Yeah, it's
that's
not,
why
it's
we
not,
don't want to go down that road.
It's
you know?
not nice.
Wow.
What's
Yeah,
that?
it's highly
will,
offensive.
will we notice? Will we, even if we don't say anything stupid, will we notice?
Wow. Is that possible, Bob?
Well, not for all of us at the same time. But,
We have our moments.
I'm
but
just
I mean,
kidding.
like going to a gas station, going to a restaurant.
Just
Will
don't
people
say
be,
anything.
once they realize you're American, will there be?
Oh no, you're welcome here.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh
that's
yeah.
more what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
When we were in Florida, you know, when all the crap was going down, anywhere we went, if people knew we were Canadian, they told us that they were very sorry for what was happening to us and this and that. And I don't want to go into great detail, but we just told them that we're leaving early and we'll probably never come back
Wow.
because of it. And they go, oh, we wish you would come back because, you know, it's not us, you know, we don't want this. And I go, well,
Right.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
tourism.
A lot of people saw this coming and a lot of people didn't, you know, put it that way.
Is there anything we need to worry about at the border? What are they going to
Yes.
Give me-
Just, you got, for being welcome, you're very welcome. Like, come on over. But you got to bring the proper stuff. You know, I think I talked on Dave's show the other day. Don knows about that. And Wayne and Carrie, I think they're all in the show, you know, how you deal with your passports and what you can bring and what you can't. You know, it's very easy to cross the border most of the time. The one very important thing to do is to never offer any information that they didn't ask for.
That's what I hear from a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can give you two instances. I said this on Dave's show the other day. Is one time I was crossing and Carol came down a couple months after I had crossed. And he said, who's in the vehicle with you? And I said, just me and my dog. My wife's not coming with me right now. And he goes, really? Your wife's not coming? And I go, no. And he says, is she friendly? I said, yeah. And he says, okay, I'm coming in. I want to look around. Because I mentioned my wife's not with me. So I guess he wanted to see if there's a dead body in the back or something. You know, I don't know. Who knows? And then another time we were crossing and he asked the same question. Who's in the vehicle? And I said, my wife and I and my dog. And, I have this new form I had to fill out. And he goes, you have a form for your dog? And I said, yes. And he said, how many dogs do you have? And I said, one. He says, is that what it says on the form? I said, yes. He says, well, I'm coming in. So those two times were the only times we ever got checked out. And just because I added a little bit to an answer.
Just if they ask you a question, just answer
yes,
it.
no, 5 times, never.
Be,
you know.
be,
The best thing is when they ask you what's in your fridge, you say, I went on your website and I downloaded your list and we got rid of all that stuff.
Okay.
Right? Tell them you used their list, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Gary, could you go over what we can't take in the way of food and alcohol?
In general, you're allowed to take a 40-ounce bottle of liquor over per person or a 24-pack of beer per person. So like Pearl can have a bottle of rye and Bob can have a case of beer, you know? That's all you're allowed. You can't both have that, right?
No eggs, no chicken.
No poultry, no fresh meat.
How about
fresh meat has to be in the package that it was originally purchased in.
how about the chicken? Can it be canned chicken?
Chicken, no poultry, no eggs, no butter,
not even canned chicken.
no dairy products.
Yeah.
There's a big deal about dairy products in Canada, right?
And so the meat, if it has inspected in the USA, and in the original package.
It's hard to get a package that actually says where it's from, but if it's still in the original package, you should be fine.
USDA approved.
Yeah, all of ours says USDA approved.
Right. Well, there you go.
That's good.
And you can take, the way I understand it, 40 pounds worth.
Yeah, Yeah, I looked on the actual website itself and I put it in. It's very concerned about where you're getting it from.
That's
and
right.
It said that eggs, as long as it says where you're getting them from, that they will accept.
But you can't go with eggs.
Definitely
Okay,
not
hard-boiled
eggs.
I also heard hard-boiled eggs are okay.
I
Hard-boiled
don't know
eggs.
about that. I wouldn't risk it.
I wouldn't risk it because they will definitely.
You don't want any reason to have them go through the whole coach.
Okay.
But I had my eggs taken by. I had a guy from U.S. Customs come in my coach and take my eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were in the fridge, and they were in the
So
original
what
carton.
what paperwork did you have for your dog? Is it just the rabies, and then is that the main thing?
I forget where I go to get it, but I could look it up for you. But it's
I
a
got
piece
an
of paper.
import thing that I fill out myself for importing a dog or something like that. Custom.
Yeah, it's a.
It's a vaccination.
No, you don't need a rabies shot. We are both considered as non-rabies threatened countries. If I came from some third world country with a dog, then you'd have to have a rabies shot. The rabies shot has never been that way, and people have always thought that. But you don't need a rabies shot for your dog. But your dog has to look in good health. And there's a form, I'd have to look it up. But that's the form that for bringing it into the USA. I don't think you need the same form for bringing it to Canada. I think that's a U.S. thing.
I got that for, and it's good for 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that for.
The last time we went to Canada, we crossed over in Maine, and we got searched, and it wasn't even a big deal. It only took like an hour.
An hour to get across?
Well, we got searched.
Search for an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't even that big of a deal. He's like, pull over, make sure your safe is open and your refrigerator, put all these. And they went through the whole thing took about an hour. It wasn't even that big a deal to get searched.
You know, if you're not doing anything illegal, then there's nothing to worry about, right?
No, it was just a nice little break from driving is all it was.
The one thing about that, the problem with you guys coming, and it's not a problem, but the issue you have is you're all gun owners, and they know you have guns. It's as simple as that. So, like if Lennie has a gun permit, or any one of you, if you have a gun permit, Canada knows that.
They'll know.
We share everything across border, right? When I go to U.S. Customs, they know everything about us.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
They look at our passport.
Even when we had to get vaccinations, we didn't have to show them the actual form.
Yeah.
They just looked it up and said, "Oh, you're vaccinated." Okay, stuff like that. Yeah, they know everything about you. Both sides of the border, everything's 100% shared.
That's probably our biggest concern is getting through the border.
Yeah.
Right. We've done it in cars and it's no big deal, but in the RV, it just seems like
big.
No,
it's the same thing,
it's the
really.
Same thing.
You know what? You're just a bunch of old farts going to Alaska, right? Really?
But we have to do it twice.
Yeah.
They found a holster and they asked where a pistol was, and I said it's back in Maine in a storage unit, and they're like, okay.
Okay, and they didn't search your vehicle.
They did.
Oh, they did.
That's how they found the holster.
That's how they found the holster. But they went through the coach, but they never searched the Jeep, and I don't think they went through the basement at all.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
well, I heard somebody going to Mexico one time, and he had all his booze behind a slide out, and they never put the slide out, so they never found it.
Oh, darn. Wow.
Is that somebody we know?
I think so.
I don't think Mexico cares about you taking booze in.
See, there's two ways of crossing. One way is to nice, smooth crossing, and the other way is to have so much shit with you they get sick of looking through it.
And he did. They actually did. When I went to Mexico, it took like an hour and a half to go through everything. They went through everything. And of course, my motorcycles, I had to show the restoration. Well, I couldn't find it on my cruiser. And after I'll go through all these boxes and go through the saddlebags and everything while it's still in my trailer, the guy finally gives up, said, go. But yet I talked to a guy in San Felipe that they made him take his motorcycle back because it was owned by somebody else that loaned it to him. Take it right back and rent a storage facility to park it in while he was in Mexico. And he let me in. So
wow.
I guess he was frustrated because it'd been a long search.
I got a question. When you went through and they took your eggs, was it breakfast time?
Is it what?
We'll
He
probably
said, was
start
it breakfast
because
time? When
Yeah,
they
Oh.
Gary.
Could have been.
Good point.
That's a good question, Ken.
You know, it's
Gary,
funny.
what-
That was the time that Carol.
I'm not.
That was the time that Carol wasn't with me, right? So you know when
Yeah.
you go in your coach and you get to the back bed, you know you got to put the slide out or go over the bed to get to the bathroom, right? And I said, you'll actually have to go over the bed to see in the bathroom in the back. He goes, no, that's fine. So he wanted to come in and see what was in the coach, but he didn't want to have to do any effort, you know?
Yeah.
And then on the way out, he went by the fridge and he opened it up and he looked at it and he goes, oh, you got eggs? I'm taking those.
Was
And that was it.
the
So
U.S.
Gary,
border? Were you entering U.S. at that time when they took your eggs, or were you going into Canada when they took your eggs?
Going into the U.S.
Okay.
Wow.
Poultry is not allowed both ways.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of fresh veggies is not allowed both ways. It
Yeah.
depends, but most
Oh,
of it's
for
not.
sure. You have to show where it's coming from.
so
Yeah.
Gary, with both of you there, you can take 80 ounces of alcohol. So what do you do for after the 2 days is up for that?
Walmart, man. Walmart. They're everywhere.
They said they
You're right.
1.5 liters.
Every day when we travel, we look at where we're going to go and we're going to, okay, let's get a rest area somewhere and a fuel stop and a Walmart. And that's every day, every time we travel. And we may not stop at those stops, but we have it planned.
Just
Right.
in case. Yeah.
Yep.
Good to know. But you don't overnight there, right?
Where?
At Walmart,
Not normally.
we
We've
overnight
been-
we overnight at Walmart in Canada.
Yeah.
You know,
We have been overnighting at the state
we stay in the rest areas.
rest areas.
We love the rest areas.
We really
Yeah.
do.
The highway, right along the highway.
I'm sorry.
The
Rest
rest.
areas. Are they right on the highway?
Yeah. There's well, when we go to Florida, there's some great ones in Tennessee and Georgia and all that.
U.S.
And
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But they're talking about Canada.
right.
There are some
Oh, in Canada.
rest areas in Canada, but I don't think you'll be able to stay there.
Okay, go.
You will be able to stop and take pictures,
Huh?
which you will probably take
Freezing?
many pictures on your way up to Alaska.
What?
It's going to be spectacular.
Ah.
Yeah, well, I have a 4K dash cam that does all that
Come on.
whole time.
So you
Yeah.
think in Canada you can't
Yeah.
spend the night in the rest areas?
No,
I don't know.
Better?
I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. I really don't think so.
I don't know. Truckers sleep in them.
So y'all just taught me something. a while
Well, see,
ago.
okay.
y'all have
the-
Walmarts. I didn't know
It
y'all
depends
had-
on what province you're in because it's all different, right? So in Ontario, the truck stops in Ontario are owned by the government, right? As it would be in most other places. But they have huge accommodations for all the truckers to sleep there at night. And if you pull into one of those spots and sleep there, nobody's going to give you a hard time. Really. They might say, hey, you can only stay 8 hours or you can only stay 4 hours or you just stay there. Who cares?
Yeah.
If there's a no parking sign, don't park in front of that sign. Because a lot of places you go to, the no parking signs will be in front of the building. But further out, it's okay to park there. And I really noticed that in Georgia. Canada's the same.
I'll be
Just
darned.
if there's no parking signs, go further down the parking lot. Usually there are signs that are okay, you know, or no overnight stays, I should say, not no parking.
Ah.
I heard there was no overnight stays at a lot of the rest areas in Canada, but they say RVs are in there spending the night in all of them.
I don't know. I think you could. I really do.
You probably you may want to just Google it and just maybe even call the Alberta government to see whether or not you're
No,
able to.
don't call the government.
Oh no. Oh no, you can call. You can call. They're friendly.
Google's your friend.
Just Google. Yeah, just Google it, and you'll be able to find out for sure.
Well, Canada has this thing called Crown Land, right? You guys have BLM or
Right.
whatever you call it, right?
Right.
National Forest. In Canada, that's Crown Land. It's throughout the whole country. There's lots of it. And there will be places along the road that you can stop and pull over, especially when you get into going up towards Alaska and that, because they know people need somewhere to stop because there's nothing out here, right?
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I think Don was mentioning that earlier.
What's that?
Rest stops along the side of the road, just places you can pull off.
Four outs.
Pull outs,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, and y'all, and I did not
Thank
know.
you.
I did not know that Canada had Walmarts. That's good to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they have booths in their Walmarts too, just like the States.
Yep.
Calgary has like 5 Costco's.
Yeah. See,
Really?
usually there's a like a Walmart that has everything, but the one thing they don't have is in the cannabis store right beside it.
Okay.
I didn't get that.
I didn't
That's
get that
what we
either.
like-
The one thing they don't have is what?
The Canada store right by.
Oh, that's the big. Yeah, that.
Yeah. You know, they're as common as coffee shops up here, right?
Yeah.
I hear that, and they're
Really?
really good, aren't they? They're good stores.
Because it's legal.
Yeah.
They have
It was the best thing the government ever did.
What kind of coffee shop?
I thought he was talking about the liquor, but he's talking about pop.
Did you say communist?
No, cannabis, hot shot.
The
Cannabis. Cannabis.
Cannabis. Oh, got it.
I heard coffee.
Thanks, Kathy.
I was trying to link the two. Now they're putting that stuff in coffee.
Okay, I think we're
I
back
can't
now.
imagine with the 7 lines we got going with us, we're having any trouble.
It's the marijuana.
The wacky tobacco.
I get you back.
Well, here's what happened. When they legalized it, prices went down, quality went up, and taxes went crazy. Government's making a fortune on it.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for the consumer, the quality's better, and the government's making a killing.
Wow.
Well, Gary,
What more can you ask for?
You have figured out that
Yeah.
government is okay with anything as long as they can figure out how to get their
Get
cut.
their money.
If
When
they can
COVID
figure out
hit-
how to get their cut, then
Yeah.
it's okay.
When COVID hit, they closed everything except for the big grocery stores, the liquor stores, the beer stores, and the cannabis outlets.
Cannabis.
All that was open.
Wow.
Yeah. Keep
They
the
get
people
their
happy
cooperative run.
and
Yeah.
send everyone $2,000 a month.
Cannabis
Everyone.
that too?
Everyone.
Everyone, $2,000 a month
Wow.
for
That's amazing.
beyond a
And now,
year.
and now that's why, at least in the United States, we can't get anybody to work.
Yeah.
Can't say it over there.
Well, it all depends on, it's percentages of people, right? There's always that percentage of people that don't want to work.
Big percentage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge percentage here.
Yeah. Because they were taught they can survive without working. Now they don't want to. And even though they want to retire at 25 and 30 and 35,
Oh, yeah.
Whose RV are y'all in, Wayne?
We're in ours.
I think they're in Wayne's.
Oh.
That's Lenny's, yeah.
No,
Is that
it's-
Lenny's RV?
Okay.
Gosh, we got theater seating.
it's Wayne and Carrie's.
Oh, is it?
That's what I thought.
Oh, is it?
It's beautiful.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
The furniture's different. Look at that.
I don't think we've ever been in Lennie and Angela's RV yet.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, come
I
on,
went
over.
in.
At a time.
Come on over.
I went in one time. One
Well,
time
if
I
you're
was in there.
Montana, if you're in Montana anytime, we'll stop by.
We might catch up.
I went in one time. I was never invited back.
We're
That
gonna
happens to me quite often.
see you guys in 5 days. So.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. You remember we was playing dominoes in Yuma and you brought up Alaska
Yeah.
a year ago?
That was
Yeah.
Lennie and Angela.
Yeah. It's hard to believe it's here now.
Now we're gonna play Mexican Train after this live's over, right?
I don't know. You put the
Yeah.
band.
And they came back. They came back and they said, "Well, guess what?" And I said, "We're like what?" They said, "Your plans for next summer have changed."
And they
Well,
are changed.
Yeah. Well, we have a list of places that we're going to this summer. We'll be in the Ontario parks, and we will be heading east to our East Coast. I have a
New
family-
Brunswick.
I have a family reunion there, and we're not too sure what we're gonna do this summer, this fall. But we may head down south again. We're not sure, but it will most likely be either Florida, and we may even consider California again. But
Well, we were supposed to go
we'll
to
see. We'll
Arizona
see how
this
things
winter.
go. We'll
So
see how
who
things go.
knows?
Oh,
But,
this winter you're supposed to go to Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the one coming, it's a ways out, but yeah.
What?
We won't be there this winter.
How?
Coming
California?
winter, yeah, we
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Well, come
Yeah,
and
you'll
see
be
us then.
Yeah.
I'll be in Arizona. I'll be in Arizona this one.
Are you?
Well, our plan was to go to the through the middle, work our way out to
Mid-States.
Arizona this year.
The mid-states.
Yeah.
Very good.
Because we've done the whole map around, and then we did some of the coast going up when we come home this time, and it's time to do some middle stuff, you know.
By the way, anybody watching, do you have questions? If you do, please put it in the comments, and we'll try to answer them.
Oh, we don't even have the comments up. Oh, there we go.
No one's made a comment in a while.
You can tell from our discussion that people on this end, we have all the answers. I saw Beat Trapper was up here not very long ago.
Apparently, they're only concerned about me not wearing pants.
Hand up.
You're not as concerned as Ken and I are.
Where's Dave? How come Dave isn't on?
Dave's right here. Nobody's
I
wearing
see him.
pants. Yeah.
I can see him.
He doesn't. He doesn't have enough signal to come on.
Yeah, that's not Dave back there.
Ken and Kathy.
That's Ken and Kathy.
No, and Dave is.
And Lewis.
And Lewis.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
nice to meet you. And you know, I would just like to say that if you ever come down and we meet, I will buy you a drink.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we're a lot of fun to be with. And
from what I understand,
Carol's a blast.
From what I understand, and the people that I've talked to is that Canada loves America, America loves Canada, and that's the way it should remain.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And that's just the nuts and bolts of it. And that
I hear you. It'll never be the same again, though.
Yeah.
The damage is done.
Yeah,
There'll be some recovery, but the damage is done.
That's such a shame.
I have a question though. What about crackers and canned stuff that you have in your pantry?
oh, that's no problem. If you have the original box,
Yeah.
if you have the original
Keep
box,
everything in original packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
canned goods, it should be fine.
You can't do veggies, though, fresh veggies.
Fresh vegetables or fresh fruit.
Frozen, yes.
But
yeah,
not.
in the bags, right? The frozen
And
veggies.
frozen
nothing
veggies
look
in
like
the
big seeds, like avocados.
I got news for you. Frozen
no.
is not fresh.
You got to go get the list because for us to do it individually is crazy.
Well, I've looked it up online,
Yeah.
but it's
Definitely no honey.
kind of confusing.
No
Yep,
honey?
No honey. Yep.
No honey.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Definitely
No
no
Sorry,
honey.
baby, you gotta say. No honey.
Right.
Where do we get that?
Sorry,
list
Bobby.
of
That means you have to drive.
Just Google it.
what
What
you can
what
take
the
in?
requirements
I
are.
can give it to
across
you. I got the list.
the
Okay,
U.S.
thank
the
you.
U.S. Canadian border.
I got a feeling we'll be thinking
Okay.
Yeah, there is a list for sure. You have to go through it. And if you're unsure, there is a 1-800 or 188 number that you can call.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
so you get to use the list twice, once before you get there and once after you get there to go to Walmart.
Yeah, there you go.
Shopping list.
Yep, that's true.
You know, the one time I had a prohibited good, which was the eggs. You know what the guy did? I said, "Gee, I didn't even know I'm not supposed to bring eggs over." And he says, "Look, here's great advice for you. Take a piece of paper and start a list. Things I'm not allowed to bring to the USA." And he said, "Write eggs on there."
Top of the list.
And he said, "If you find out anything else you're not allowed to bring over, add it to that list."
That list.
So there's really not a
Trial and
problem
error is what
bringing
he's saying.
food back to the U.S.
Oh yeah, there is.
It goes both ways.
Oh, both ways. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yep.
So no
Yeah, so when
frozen.
you're coming back to the U.S., when
Same
you're
thing.
going back to the U.S., it's the same scenario. You cannot
Okay.
have eggs or fresh chicken. You can have frozen, and which is packaged, but not fresh. The
Can
key
you
is fresh.
Yeah, they don't like fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can you take live plants? I bet you can't bring them back
I-
to the U.S.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think.
I
so.
don't think so. No,
don't
because
think you
bugs still live in the dirt, right?
Okay.
My plan is to roll through with whatever I got and see what happens.
Oh, we do. What we do, we just get rid of everything. We cross with
So
nothing.
Lennie, you're just a trial and error kind of
Rich.
guy, huh?
Yeah.
I figure, why should I put in the work? They're getting paid. They'll clean out the fridge.
But
That's Lennie.
you definitely say that frozen chicken is allowed.
Yes.
Frozen
No.
chicken.
It's in the original package.
You know what? I'm
No.
not 100% sure about the chicken. Don't take my word for
Isn't
it.
the biggest deal they'll just take it?
No poultry, no matter what.
I don't
No
think so.
dairy, no matter what. No ice
What is
cream.
the worst
no
case is
nothing.
they'll just take it?
Yeah, they take it.
They don't fine you though. They
Is
just
almond
Well, as
milk?
long as you're okay, as long as you're okay, they're okay. They just get rid of what you shouldn't have, and it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Border Patrol or Customs Border Patrol, where they search through people's stuff?
Yeah.
No.
They won't fine you. I don't think they'll fine you.
Okay, good.
If you're a good person, like if you
Yeah.
just, hey, I didn't know, and try to be honest about it.
Yeah.
But if you lie, then or if you're an asshole about it, like, why are you hassling me with all this?
Oh,
Well,
don't do
let me
that.
show you how much
Yeah.
I can hassle you.
Yeah,
you know?
don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I pay your salary.
Oh,
Yeah,
be
there you
careful.
go.
Be careful.
That should be your opening line when you get to the border. That should be your opening line.
Considering they're on the Canadian side, I don't think you're paying their salary.
We got a question on when our next videos are when our Alaska videos are going to start. We're working on one now, and they'll be out this weekend. We had quite the drama with this snow and meeting up with Don and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be a fun video, and that'll be out this weekend.
Nice.
St. Regan or SL Regan.
Nice.
So I hope everybody enjoys it, and I hope it doesn't get any more wild than what it has been.
He spent 2 days on it. He is perfectionist. So
I am also working on a video, but I have 3,000 buffalo pictures I got to go through.
Wow.
And we haven't even sent ours over to him yet.
We didn't get that, Lenny. Say it again, Lenny.
I'm working on a video too, but I got 3,000 buffalo pictures I got to go through. So
Oh my God.
Oh, we
That's
saw
their-
them.
that's their state park.
You know what?
We saw them. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a lot of editing for sure. Which ones do you keep, right?
We may go to Yellowstone, drive through it, and get some pictures too.
Yeah.
Yellowstone's right there.
yeah, pretty close.
Wow.
You got anything else great that we need to go over?
I think we kind of covered it, unless somebody asks. Oh, wait a minute, you answered that question, didn't you?
I got a real question for Gary. What are the drone laws over there? Can we just stop on the side of the road somewhere in Canada and launch drones?
Good question.
You can go online and you can do a online test to fly a drone and whatever. It's a very basic thing, and you get a little serial number, right? And you take that serial. Well, you get some sort of certificate, but you make a little. You can even write on a piece of paper a little serial number, and you tape it to the front of your drone or anywhere on it, and then your drone is registered to fly in Canada, and that's over its a certain weight. If you have a Mavic, you're over the weight, right? But
You are. Well, I looked into that. Lenny, how much does your drone weigh?
I got the mini, so it's 249.
yeah, you're okay then.
That's fine. We're good. We can fly it without even having to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And also the drone laws.
As long as you follow drone rules, no more than 400 feet, not around the airport, stuff like that.
But we're
Yeah.
gonna. There's not much there. So
Right.
Maybe a little airport.
So,
And
but it's got to be under 250 grams or otherwise you got to do what he just said.
Right.
Right.
By the way, SL Reagan says, what's on our bucket list? You are inspired, inspiration, safe travels. But what's on the bucket list to do? We've got a whole list of stuff to do.
Lulabelle.
Yeah, I tell you what, Carrie and Angela, y'all chime in because y'all planned it all and we're just kind of following y'all.
For sure.
That's on our bucket list, Angela. We want to go on the Lulabelle. We want to see the wildlife and the beauty. And I think that was what was the most important to us. And so we have reservations on the Lulabelle for the whales, and we have what?
That's Valverde.
Yeah, and we have reservations to go see the bears. And so we have different reservations, and we have the reservations to go in Denali National Park, on the bus tours, and then up in Prudhoe Bay we have the bus tours that we're going to be going to see the actual Arctic Ocean. So we kind of like hit on the high points and made sure we had reservations for that. And the rest of it's just going to be living daily and just enjoying each other's company, enjoying the beauty around us.
Yeah, that sounds really
Couldn't have
great.
said that hardly any better.
Yeah.
No.
And,
So we're not going to touch a grizzly?
No.
All right, you can pet them. Did you pet a fluffy cow?
Angela came within, it had to have been 3.5 feet.
We were in the vehicle.
We were in the car. She
We
had
were
the
in the car,
window
yeah.
down.
I've been that
was just
close to a
there,
huge
right?
one on my
And then it
motorcycle.
lifted its head right at us.
Sitting there on my motorcycle. Yep.
Right at your window.
Hey, Gary, do you know how long bear spray is good for? We
About
bought
30
bear
feet.
spray in Yellowstone 2 years ago. Think that's still good?
You won't be
I-
able to bring.
We can
You won't be able
experiment
to
with
bring
it.
over bear
No.
spray. Bear
No, I
spray is
think-
illegal here.
I think you can.
Nope.
They just said
No, you can't.
I don't think
No.
you can.
It
Don't even
says
try.
as long as it's 1% of whatever that pepper stuff is, it gives a percentage as long as it's that
No.
much.
No.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
then I-
Okay, look at it this
spray.
way. Here's a way to think about it. If you can use something as a weapon, don't bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
You know.
bring pepper spray, but you can bring bear spray.
Now you can bring. I went on the Canadian website.
No.
It said which
You
one
can't bring bear spray. No.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we'll leave it at that. If I go to jail, I can tell them I know Gary and Carol. Does that help?
He said, don't bring it.
okay. You may
I'll
be
tell
right,
you how it
Carrie.
ended up, Gary.
You may be right,
I'm
Carrie. I'm
starting
going
to
to
think
look
that
into
that moose saddle I
that.
bought's going to be useless.
Pepper spray and
If
bear
it's
spray.
a low percentage, isn't it not?
No,
bear's
it's
going-
not a low. It's a good percentage.
I was gonna
They
say.
talk about it, tell you what you can bring.
Got the
I
bear
was gonna say the bear wouldn't even know you sprayed it.
We took our bear spray the last time. They didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's
It all depends. Yeah. I've crossed with stuff in the coach I shouldn't have, by
that's
mistake.
the thing. We just lose it, whether I throw it away here or let him take it. It's
Well,
the same thing.
They can also go through every little thing with fine tooth comb.
I got 3 months.
Okay.
I got one bear spray actually velcroed to the roof of the Jeep. They never said anything.
Yeah.
So when will you be home?
Well, if I don't get arrested in September,
I think September 5th or 4th or something like that.
we're leaving. I think we've got on the schedule for the first week of September to be heading back down Canada.
Yeah,
Right around there. Yeah.
right around
In
there.
the U.S.
headed back to the U.S. through Canada.
Yeah, September
So,
1st.
Carrie,
No, our
Carrie-
reservations are in Shelby, like the 4th or 5th.
Carrie, where will you guys be heading? Wayne and Carrie?
Yeah. We're going to, when we get out of Canada, we're going to be heading east. We're going to go visit some family in Minnesota. And then we're going to head down west and meet up with Angela and Lennie and a whole bunch of other people in Texas.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
So with the bear spray thing, okay, I just looked it up, and Carrie was correct on some of this stuff here. That's
Yeah.
for sure. You can bring bear spray from USA to Canada, provided it meets certain criteria.
Yes.
That's
It can't
1%.
exceed 500 you can't exceed 500 milliliters. It must be marked intended for use on animals, and it's not permitted on aircraft or checked baggage, of course.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we
no,
did that.
no.
It's
No,
generally legally in Canada in use with areas with bears.
Mhm.
So chances are we've always never crossed with bear spray because we're going from Ontario to Florida.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
meeting any bears,
No.
right?
Right.
Right.
But it's probably more lenient on the border crossings out west,
Alberta. Yes.
right?
Okay.
Everybody has their own opinion on how they do their job, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Hey,
And we heard that.
I learned something important about bear spray is that after you spray it, it becomes a bear attractant. So I'm going to have a couple of extra cans to kind of spray around everybody else's rig.
Lenny's
Lennie-
always thinking.
Lenny, you don't have to do that. You just have to be able to outrun at least one of us.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
The big problem.
Well, folks, it's coming up on 1 hour. Does anybody else have anything they want to add?
It's good seeing all you guys.
Yeah,
it's great
great
to see you.
seeing you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, we're back.
Thank you.
And Wayne, Carey, Lennie, and Angela, I hope I want to let you know I'm doing this Thursday night live thing every Thursday night. So next Thursday night is the last night in the U.S. If you would be interested in coming on with me on that live, and also Bob and Pearl, that would be great, because I'm kind of trying this out on Thursday night live, see if there's an interest, just because, you know, a lot of people want to know what it's like to go to Alaska, you know,
or Canada.
or even
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, but we'll see y'all in 5 days, right? And Gary and Carol, I don't know when I'm going to get to see y'all, unless y'all come down to
Well, we may go out depending on how things go, and
Consider
we have a
South
lot.
Texas.
We have a lot of things to think about.
Gotcha. But everybody, I appreciate you coming on and sharing all that information and your thoughts. And I want to thank Ken and Kathy also, and Lewis and Tinker. Tinker's asleep.
And I want to say hi to my daughter Katie up in Aberdeen or Coeur d'Alene.
There you go.
And she's
Hi,
watching
Katie.
it,
Hello, says hi, Katie.
I can't wait to see Coeur d'Alene.
County
I'm gonna
Sheriff.
be here, but I can't
Okay.
wait to see it.
One last comment before you go, Don.
Yes.
So far, the trip to Alaska looks very comfortable in Bob's clam tent and in Lenny's and Wayne and Carrie's coach. Looks like a nice time.
It's Dawn's clam tent.
It's mine. The second time
Don!
I've used it.
Oh,
Wow.
Second
Don!
time I've used it. It's mine.
I was thinking it looked pretty new, eh? Last time I saw Bob's, it was a little beat up.
Yeah, it's the second time it's been used, and it's been great. We eat out here. We
Play dominoes.
play dominoes,
play
cards.
We love ours.
Oh yeah.
We use ours as an outside storage unit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, again, everybody, thank y'all, and I hope y'all join us back next week on Thursday Night Live.
Good to see everybody.
All right, good to see you.
All right. Safe travels to you
Love
all.
y'all.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Katie was really enjoying it.
Mine's
Yeah, she was touching.
It's well, I could see everyone try to sign off.
You just sheriff or to the sheriff?